All right, I'm now live on here. Oh, you probably can't see me. Doing a little something on Goober's Garage. Let's see if I can get it to get my face in here. Not that you need to see that, but wife is currently out of town. There we go. It's very, very low tech, very low key. But yeah, wife's out of town, and I've been wanting to spend my day off, change the oil, but do it the old man way. Actually, see if I can pop, have a bit of fun with this here. Takes a few seconds for it to line up. So I'm outside the house. Actually, I think it's a little cockeyed, but you know what? Who cares? Just having fun. But figure I'd do a live. I was going to do it on my Goober Garage channel, just have fun with that. But I have to like wait 30 days and a whole bunch of other crap. And well, I'm not going to do that and figure what the hell. And this is just for me to have fun. But anyway, I am going to use a thing I bought because little backstory. I was needed to change oil in the truck, which we all need to do from time to time. We should be. And I know you know who I'm talking about. Well, you may not know who I'm talking about. I had a little challenge a couple days ago where Mrs. Ward's was mentioning that her car was beeping at her, and turns out she was just a smidge low on oil, so she got a oil change. I went ahead and got that taken care of, but we'll just kind of move on beyond that. But hey, I've been wanting to do mine for a while, and I went to one of those 5 Jiffy Lube whatever places to do it, and they told me that the only oil that I can put in my car, and get ready for this, is the $130 oil, which is ridiculous. And I go, well, I've changed my oil before. It's not a big deal. It's certainly something as simple as that. It can't be, certainly not going to pay $130 for a freaking oil change in a truck that I barely drive. So I'm like, I will figure out a way to do it. However, I'm old and I don't like getting underneath cars anymore. Although you can see behind me the Mustang that I'll hopefully be working on later today if I have the energy. If this doesn't wipe me out. And this weekend. But I was like, there's got to be a way to do it, an old man way of doing it. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and see if there's something out there that'll allow me to siphon off the oil without having to get underneath it, take out the oil pan or the plug, drain it all out, and all that stuff. And I did happen to find something, which I'll be doing kind of a unboxing here of this. This is the electric oil extractor pump. I've still got the plastic on it. I haven't done anything with it, and I'm going to go ahead and do that with my makeshift oil thing live, unless I get bored or it gets so embarrassing I turn the thing off. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of do that, and I figure it'd be kind of fun on Goober's Garage, i.e. my personal profile, to go ahead and do that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around here and see if I can do this. Of course, light being what it is. See if I can turn that to where it goes the right direction. Obviously, this is live and it's one person doing it. All right, so got the oil dipstick down here. You clean it, obviously, and make sure that it is good to go. And put that in there. I just want to see where we're at oil wise. Of course, it's on a hill and doing it the worst way possible, but who cares, because it's my vehicle, and yeah, it's actually a smidge low. So we're going to set this thing up, drain out what oil is in it into a receptacle, and then replace it with new oil. All right, let's see here. I'm going to, if I can do this correctly here, move that over here so we can see this. Looks like that's working. And I won't be doing any copyrighted music or songs. So I'm sure I won't get banned for that, but I'll find something else to get me in trouble. All right, let's see what we got in here. We've got a pump, battery cables. Oh, okay, cool. I don't have to plug this thing into an outlet. I can just use the already a positive negative coming off the battery and do the suction. So should be interesting. All right, let's get this out of the way. Oh wow, it even has a thing here. Interesting. So the explanations here. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and I'm gonna do what every guy does, which is not use the instructions. Up here, plane going overhead. All right, we're gonna fiddle with this. And again, not that I'll pay attention because I really don't care. But yes, I am aware that that I should change the filter out, but I rarely drive the vehicle, and I really don't care. So there's that. What's this little clippy thing do? This, like the clip goes on, yeah. Oh, clip. Okay, so I was going to install it backwards. Honestly, I was actually going to put it in on backwards there. All right, so that's your suction cup thing there. And I guess you pull that back a little bit so it. I guess you have to take the cap off. Let's see. See how it's. No, that's not it. All right, already having my first thing of fun with it. All right, so wait, turn. This is all the instructions it came with. This is the fun part of doing this kind of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Use the included hose clamp to secure the exhaust override. Remove the quick connect plug and stick the arm with thin hose or into the old dipstick hole. So the old dipstick to reach bottom of the oil pan. And oh yeah, gotta do that, sure. All right, so I don't understand the part there. I guess it's that's supposed to be on there, is my guess. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's see, is this hopefully, yes, got enough there. So I'm going to take that off. We're going to pop off the oil. Damn it, heads. It's getting a little windy. I'll get around to those later. Yeah. And I'll put this on the old. Create the suction. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's not going into the filler, which is weird. All right, so create that. Let's see if I can create it. I guess it's a suction-y thing. Huh. I need to end my live and try and figure out what the hell. Or you know what? Let's read the instructions and see what they have here. All right, move the old next time the foil. On a container large enough to hold the used oil, whatever. Take the quick connect plug off the thick 3/8 diameter hose. Okay, that's that one. Remove the quick connect plug from the thin hose and insert it into the oil dipstick hole. Okay, which it. Oh, I bet. And that's why we do stuff live. Okay, so it's off. All right, so let's see here. Never said I was smart, obviously. All right, so we're taking this and we're going to get all the way down into. All right, and we'll just say we hit bottom. All right, I'm gonna put this in my pocket so I don't leave that. All right, partial instructions. Oh, and the same thing on this one. And we're going to put this into the quick tube. I guess it goes like this. Duh. Interesting how that works, but okay. Yeah, it should go in there. It should stick in there, but it's kind of weird that it doesn't. Tube doesn't do whatever. All right, so got that. All right, and remember, boys and girls, red on red, black on black. All right, and then I got the power. Oh, there goes the oil. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, yeah. All right, hopefully you can see that on here. Wow, that's construction. All right, we'll see how well that does. Probably should keep a good eye on how much oil going in here. That would be a little embarrassing. All right, filling up. The goal is to get it all emptied out as much as possible. You said it takes like 5 minutes or so to do that. I do wonder what the, once it's turned off, what the drainage will be like. Oh, I guess that's where you put the caps back on and you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. Since I don't drive this thing hardly at all, I think the last oil change I put on it was maybe a year ago. I mean, I drive maybe 1,000 miles a year if I work from home, but it's draining. I mean, it's working. I don't know why that just reminded me of a funny thing that happened when my oldest David he had a Ford F-150 and he was it was up at a gas station, battery died or whatever. So of course, at that time he didn't need me, or he needed me back then, but called me, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, obviously it's a battery situation. I think an alternator as well, but need to replace the battery obviously. And I'm one of those, make the kids do an amount of work. I'm there to kind of oversee and make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. And I gave him, the little 10 millimeter wrench to go ahead and undo the post or whatever. And I told him, when you do this, be very careful because that wrench is long enough to make contact with both the positive and the negative. And if you do that, it's going to arc and spark really bad. And he, being the kid that he is, didn't listen to a damn thing I said. And about, I want to say 5 seconds after I said it, he actually did it. And, the law of physics took over, science, and it created a huge spark. Thankfully, it didn't blow anything up. And I think I said something like dumbass or whatever. And we moved on about our day. It was pretty funny. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, we've got, wow, only a quart. Now, this Titan takes about 7 quarts. I'm wondering if I've been burning oil. Yeah, it looks like it's still going, but now it said something like it's supposed to be like maybe 5 or 10 minutes to fill all the oil up, or to do the entire transfer from it. But yeah, we're at like 1.5 quarts, 7-quart engine. I think Daddy was burning a little bit of oil, or the viscosity got so bad. And that's why you change your oil on a periodic basis. I'm not a big fan of the whole 3,000 miles and all that stuff, because engines today, I mean, the oil and a lot of stuff, this is a thing, a marketing gimmick. I think like 5,000 makes sense, or every 6 months or a year or whatever. But I do know that I've been driving the truck a little more, going out. Like a couple weeks ago, we went out and met with Morgan and Garza and hung out with them for the day out in Plano area. I think it's Plano area. And I've been doing, a little bit of driving today. I dropped the better half off at the airport to do her thing. And yeah. Let's see here. It's still going. We're at 2. Well, I'm sorry, we're not even at that. It's still going. I mean, I know I have. Smart thing would have been. Oh. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's not good. Nice. A little bit of. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, important mental note, a little something for future, is to position it, because now it's. Oh, you can hear it sucking now. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna say I was probably a little bit low on oil. Probably a good thing that I did this. It's certainly getting there. Just getting the appropriate amount of suction. It's got to move it around a little bit. I would say I'm on an angle too, so that's something else to consider. But it's at least working. And it's a little bit quieter too, so anything I can do to shut it the hell up. Whoop. It's getting there. It's getting a little bit low. It's probably good that I decided to do this. I wasn't going to do it a couple weeks ago because it was a bit cold out here. But we're getting some. I'm wondering if I should just put this over. It's spitting and gurgling a little bit. But yeah, we're roughly at 3 quarts. The truck is 6 or 7. I think it's 7. Gotta check. Like I said, this is unscripted, live, whatever. I was planning on doing it, but did zero research, which is pretty much how I do everything. Kind of stuff I do research and I over research. Alright, so it's still draining. Yeah, we're at 3 quarts. It's weird that little thing doesn't click in. You'd think, yeah, I've got a 3D print idea now. But, this saves me from having to get underneath the car a couple times. And I guess while I'm out here, I will get some water put into the windshield wipers because they're low. Empty, actually. Yeah, look at that oil. There's definitely time. And also lengthen the battery cable thing because, yeah. Alrighty. See how that looks. It's frozen. Oh, no. I'm just not moving. There's a slight delay on the feed versus what I'm doing. Let's see how it actually looks on the live once it's done. You can just basically grab my laptop and old crappy webcam and set it all up. Obviously not professional, which I did professional videos, no one cared, so yeah, it's still going. If I do this all over again, I would have got a longer tube and then actually have this where it will sit on the ground. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty well emptied. So yeah, I was probably about 3 quarts low, quite honestly. Wow. Whew. All right. Good to know. All right, now I wonder if it gives you a handy dandy way of not getting oil all over you. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, that thing is barely siphoning. All right, so negative off first, positive next. Put those there. Get my quick connect thingamabobbers and my old bag ready. Yeah, I think it was. Okay. And I wonder if. Oh, yeah, that won't work at all. Actually, wondering if I can just drain. Yeah, there we go. All right, a little more. Drain out of there. See if that's going to get. Get my other quick connect. Oh, there's some. All right. Ugh. Ah, a little bit of oil there. All right, let me put that on here for some strange reason. Put that in this box. We'll leave that there. All right, then we oil there, there. All right, now I get the cap. Oh, and put that off to the side. All right, so now get the dipstick. Put that back in there. It should be dead empty. And then I get my funnel. And it's good old 5W30. Let's see. This is and then just put in the new oil without spilling it. Actually, I need to go take something back, do a return at Amazon. So maybe after I get done with this and test everything out, quickly run up there and yes, this is a 5-quart. Get them on Amazon. I got this, I think, for $15. So yeah, at the end of the day, your oil change. I mean, the filter is probably around 5. Oil is going to be probably. I mean, it depends on how much oil goes in your car, but 15, 20. So I mean, let's just say kind of all in, just parts. It's about $30 to change your oil. I'm just not paying 130, 140 and all that crap for it. It's just that back when oil was, cheaper. And again, that I mean, they get their oil obviously a lot cheaper than I would. Um, and I'm just not going to be paying that kind of money. Not while I can, anyway. I believe this is a 7-quarter. I need to check real quick and see. I'll call that Sanka. Go to the last drop. Oh yeah, gotta get it all out. Alrighty, and then one down. Give it a second so I can filter in there. Actually, while that's happening, I will wrap all this up. I'm trying to get oil on me. Okay. Huh. There we go. I think that was more correct than the other way. Let's see a 50-year-old guy fart with this. Get upset, and then he basically slams it in the thing. I wonder if I got a ding that my stand goal was achieved today. That's the exciting parts of my life. All right. And, oh, look at that. Oops. Oh, there we go. All right. See, it's all back and put in the old garage somewhere. We get working on the Mustang here shortly. All right. Let's see what else we got. Actually, I probably don't have any. Oh yeah, I don't have any window washing fluid, so I'll have to get some water. Let's see how this is looking. Oh wow, it's showing right at where it needs to be. That can't be right. I need to Google real quick how much oil goes into this truck. Hold on. Let's see. Oil. That's great. Let's see how much oil. 2012 Nissan Titan. All right. Has an engine oil capacity of 6.5 to 6.9. All right, so I put 5 quarts in. So we'll let that sink in there a bit. And while we're waiting, I'm going to get some water, and I'll be right back. What's up, Jingle Butt? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm a little nervous. A little nervous. You notice the wonderful thing here. It's actually an old gallon of Chick-fil-A unsweet tea, which means it immediately got dumped out and not going to be used. So windshield wiper fluid's over here. I don't know if you can see that on. Yeah, that should be. All right. Just going to go ahead and redneck it because you're supposed to use windshield wiping fluid, but ooh, that was empty. Oh my. A little thirsty. All right, that filled it all the way up. So FYI, you're going to tighten. It holds 1 gallon of windshield wiper fluid. All right, so good there. We'll see how the oil's looking. Let's have a chance to sit a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Much. You can tell the viscosity. Good clean oil. It's going to run a lot better. Actually, it shows. Wow. I mean, it shows right where it's supposed to be. I only put 5 quarts in. I wonder if it's, since it's out of the crankcase, it'll get sucked down. It's already a little bit high. And I think I'll just drive it around for a bit and see how that goes. I'm in here and check and see how the fill. Looking good there. Okay, I'm gonna call this good. Suction thing did a pretty good job. So I'll do is I'm gonna drive up and drop off some stuff, come back and see how that goes. See where the oil's at, and then replace it if necessary. All right. Move this over here and up so you don't have to look at my gut. I think I come up with a catchy catchphrase or something. Make it kind of cool. Oh, my hair's messed up. Well, this is another episode of Goober's Garage. Hope you had fun, learned something, and saw just how boring my life is. That's all I can think of. So hope everybody has a good one. Talk to y'all later.